Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj for the Everyday Fan Sports. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Kenna Squier, junior guard on the NJIT Highlanders women's basketball team. The Highlanders coming off a 59-53 win over St. Francis Brooklyn on Saturday. Kenna scoring a game-high 14 points. Thank you again, Kenna, for taking some time out to speak with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
I must have felt good snapping a three-game losing skid. A hard-fought battle, but once again, kind of the depth of this team. Contributions across the board, both from the starting unit and the bench. In that fourth quarter, outscored St. Francis Brooklyn 18-11. I guess right off the bat, just talking about the win.
Yeah, I mean, that three-game losing streak was tough, especially since we were in all of those games and they were all very close, and it just kind of came down to the end, us not being able to pull out the win and pull ahead. And it was kind of the same thing last game. And so I think that it showed that we've grown, that we were able to come back into that game and then end up winning it, which the past three games before that, that's kind of what hadn't happened. And as you said, the depth, people coming off the bench, Reese, she came off the bench, hit some really big shots, made some really big plays. And Aria Myers, she had a really great game. So it was really an overall team effort. And I think that makes it feel even better when you do end up winning that way.
No, I agree. I mean, Lizzie Litwinko, Kimmy Evans, said 11 points apiece. These are freshmen, sophomores. I mean, freshman Reese Ron, 7 points. Then Kiana Breton, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Sophomore, as you said, Grace Plummer, 5 points. I mean, just to see, not only the youth of this team, but then the experienced players, again, come up big. And you were missing an important piece on Saturday. I said with this team, in graduate student Ellen Stoll. Just talking about overcoming that and, again, being able to have everyone, contribute to this victory.
Yeah, I mean, we were all very nervous not having Ellen there, both as like a playing point and also as a leadership role. But I think everyone really stepped up and, especially the younger girls, they weren't afraid to come out. I think that speaks a lot to our team, that we have freshmen who can come out and play big minutes all the way up to, our fifth year grad students. So that speaks a lot to who we are.
Yeah. I said, you've enjoyed this journey with Ellen. And I said, before we came on there, just talking about her milestone accomplishment, or 1,000 career point honored, said at the WEC, last week before the game against Monmouth, it said head coach Mike Lane presenting her with a commemorative basketball and then taking a team photo at midcourt. Just talk about how special that was. And, not only the game against Ryder, but, when she was able to do that, said, for a 1,000 career point, but then last week at home as well, Kenna.
Yeah, it was really special to be able to see someone do that. Especially at Ryder when it was a really close game and it was very intense. And then she did hit that 1,000th point and everyone was super exciting. And then it was really fun to see her be able to get that recognition at home at the WEC, and to kind of just celebrate her and all the things that she's done for us here in her time. So that was really fun to see her get that acknowledgement at the WEC.
Yeah, I thought it was great is that this team is so close. I mean, we talk about last year's team, this one this year. Just talk about, that cohesiveness, that chemistry with this year's team, Kenna.
Yeah, it's more, I think we're more together than any team that I've ever been on. Any team here, at least for NJIT. I know Ellen's kind of said the same. She's been here a little bit longer. But we're all just so close. We love each other like a family. And it's not just in the locker room or on the court, it's out in our dorms. We're always hanging out together. We're always doing things. So I think that kind of has translated, and why we've been doing better this season than in the past years is just really how close we all are with each other and how much we care about each other. I think that's something that's really special that we've kind of created here. So
yeah, no, it's definitely wonderful. All right, let's talk about you personally. Numbers you put up this season, leading the team in scoring with 11 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, shooting 78% from the free throw line. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, 13 steals, 7 blocks. 8 out of the 11 games you've been in double figures and averaging 33 minutes per game, all impressive stats. Just talk about how I know we're still early in the season, but so far, just definitely, I said, putting up those solid stats every time out, Kenna.
Yeah, I would say I'm decently proud of how I've played the non-conference schedule, but I definitely do expect more of myself going into conference play, which will start after the Christmas break. So
Mhm.
I am happy of what I've done, but I do always expect more for myself. So hopefully those numbers will go up a little bit in conference play.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll just see what I can do.
I wanted to also mention Trinity Williams. Trinity has been again just a great addition. I think she's averaging around 5.2 points per game, and her rebounding. Said her presence in the middle. Just talk about her as well, Kenna.
Yeah, she's a really special player. And she's very talented, very skilled. But I think one of the biggest things with her is the energy that she brings, especially in practice, pregame, during timeouts and stuff. She always has this great energy, so super duper positive. And she always kind of gets us going, gets us hyped and ready to go. And I think
Mhm.
that her energy translates into the way that she plays. And I'm really excited. She's only a freshman, so I'm really excited to kind of see where she progresses, and see where that takes her.
Yeah, no, I agree. You guys eclipsed last year's win total. That is, I mean, you talk about overcoming a major hurdle. I mean, fifth win of the season. That has got to feel really good for this program, for this team, and the coaching staff.
Yeah, obviously, my prior 2 years here, not the outcome that we wanted with the amount of wins, but
Yeah.
I think that if we can keep up this progress that we've kind of started, it could be a historical season for us. And
Mhm.
I'm just kind of excited to see really what we can do. And I think that this is a really special year for us.
It's been like a roller coaster ride so far. I was like, lost the first two, won the next three, split, and then lost the next three, and won. I said last on Saturday. So I'm wondering how you guys are able to, just be able to, deal with that. Just it's not easy. Like when you're going through those ups and downs. But again, for this team, I'm sure, like again with the upperclassmen, the under, and then you see the underclassmen, everybody is on the same page here, Kenna.
Yeah, I think that we really just try and, when we do win, I think that next week for practice, we try to kind of ride that wave,
Yeah.
of that winning feeling. And then when we're going through that 3-game losing streak like we did, it's kind of just about putting that behind us and learning from it,
Hmm.
but bringing the energy that, okay, yeah, we just lost 3 games, but we're ready to go and win one.
Yeah.
And I think that positive energy that we kind of have, especially like among all the girls, like we're always so positive with each other and helping each other out, when we're not feeling the greatest about ourselves, which would happen after like 3 tough losses. So
Yeah.
I think that, kind of just how together we are and how much we care about each other all the way around. I think that that's the positive energy that can get you out of that 3-game losing streak and then get you a win.
Yeah. I mean, those games were not blowouts. You guys were right there in the thick of it, which is really, again, a testament to how much hard work you guys have put in, not only before the season started, but again, during the course of a season and practices as well. So I wanted to ask you, just with head coach Mike Lane's message and just the rest of the coaching staff as well, Kenna.
Yeah, it was kind of emphasized, how we are in all the games now, where
Mhm.
in my freshman year especially, we were getting blown out a lot and we didn't know what it felt like to have to compete at the end of the game to pull out the win. And then
Yeah.
last year we were kind of closer and at the end of the games, but this year, except for Marquette, every single game has been like close to the end and it's came down to the end. And I think that we're learning how to win at the end of the games, and that's something that Coach Lane has emphasized. Even when we were losing these close games, he's obviously not happy that we're losing, but he does make sure to tell us, we're in these games and we just have to learn how to end up finishing them out and finishing with the win. So that's something
Yeah.
that he is sure to emphasize when
Yeah.
games don't come our way.
No, that's true. Major component this year, just a game changer, is having fans back in the stands. We talked about family, we talked about student section, alumni. uh I mean, it's whether you hit a huge shot or you had a incredible block shot last week against Monmouth, that brought people out of their seats. Talk about like from the first game, home game, you opened up against Wagner back in November 9th to be precise. Just about how great that feels, to have that, that energy back in the building, especially at the WAC.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it literally is. It's a game changer. And so, we had a lot of people come out for our first game against Wagner, and we
Yeah.
were like, okay, I hope it's not just like a first game thing where everyone comes out. But no, we've had a consistent crowd at home games and especially even at away games.
Yeah.
This past game, we had more fans than they did, and we were away. So, that's kind of a game changer when you're at their place and they see all your fans, that's
Yeah.
intimidating. And we have some girls who are plane rides away from home, and, their parents are coming out here on a regular basis to come watch. And
Yeah.
friends from school, especially we've had a lot of alumni coming here. So it's really just great to see that support from everybody
Yeah.
that comes out to see us. And I think that gives us a lot of energy.
We talked before the start of the season about just the tremendous support from the athletic department administration. Can you just talk about so far here? We've seen it up close and personal, especially at the home games. How much that means to this team?
Yeah, no, it definitely means a lot when you see your athletic director, assistant athletic director, there watching your games, coming up to you after the games. The day that we had beat Wisconsin, our athletic director was there, and he came down and he was so excited for all of us. And it's just really, really important, I think, to see that support from the
Yeah.
people who are higher up all the way down, and it shows you, that they're invested and that they care. And I think that's important for us to know.
Yeah. Okay, you guys have a break here. I mean, you're of course in the midst of finals. I mean, this must be a little bit difficult because like you have some momentum, said under your belt now. Like you want to carry that over, but now next game is on December 30th. You open up America East Conference play, and this is a tall order against Stony Brook. The top team, the conference, and probably the favorites to win it. So I wanted to ask you just of course, you guys will be practicing, but like with finals, with the holiday break, just how you guys are able to, just prioritize and just be able to put things, together, and then, again, prepare for Stony Brook on December 30th at home.
Yeah, I think it was really good that we were able to get that win going into break. That way spirits are high going through these couple weeks where it's just practice and not playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was really important, and I think it's also going to help us moving forward when we do play Stony Brook, because they're obviously a very, very good team. They beat some very good teams like Rutgers and St. John's. So, they're obviously very good. And I think that win that we got is going to give us that little bit of confidence that we need to come out stronger against them.
Yeah. Something popped into my head, and, it's scary to know we're still, we're not at this COVID-19 pandemic by any stretch of imagination, especially with this new variant, the Omicron, one, and you see what's going on in professional sports. And I'm wondering how you guys have been able to manage that. And just, you guys did a outstanding job last season when other, programs got shut down. You guys, were able to avoid that. So I'm wondering right now, especially like with this break and then, getting into the heart of conference play and then that stretch run, just talk about that, Kenna.
Yeah, as you said, last year we were so good at, being safe and being cautious. And we're kind of just doing the same thing this year. Everyone is being super safe, wearing their masks when we need to, just paying attention to, if someone's not feeling well, that's our friend outside of basketball, maybe we don't go hang out with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just been really cautious, and we've been lucky enough to not have any cases this year or last year during the season. So I think it's just kind of a testament to who we are as a team and how careful we are and precise with things like that.
Yeah. Just the last two, and as you reflect now back on 2021, I wanted to ask you personally, just what comes to your mind, said about this year, Kenna?
When I think back on that, it's kind of hard to not think negative things about that whole year.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest season. We only had 4 wins. But I look back on it and I think about just how close the team got and how that brought us all together, and how we were always there for each other when, we couldn't really see our families as often because we were worried about getting sick from them or something. So we kind of like became each other's family here. So I think that that's the biggest thing from that season that I would take away is how close we all became with each other. And it really helped us to really care about each other at a deeper level.
That's wonderful. Okay, Kenna, the new segment, the last word, said, I know that I probably did this, said before when we last spoke. So you have the floor, your message to, family, friends, teammates, coaching staff, NJIT athletics and administration, and Highlander Nation out there locally and nationally.
Yeah, my message would just be that, we're ready for this conference play. We're ready to make some waves and do some big things that I don't think a lot of people in the conference or even outside of the conference expect us to do. But I just want everyone to know that like we're ready to go and we're ready to make a big impact in the conference this year. So everyone should look out for that.
Sounds good. Okay, Kenna, can't thank you enough for the time. I said, wishing you all the best with finals, as well as the rest of the team. Happy holidays to you. I said your family and the team. I said looking forward to again attending and covering the conference opener on December 30th against Stony Brook at the WAC.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.